Tonight, two local groups who advocated for a public hearing on Johnson City's handling of the Sean Williams case are now pushing for town halls on the issue. Good evening, I'm Casey Getz. News 5's Caleb Perney explains those groups say city leaders are receptive to the idea.
Tri-Cities Mutual Aid and Northeast Tennessee Democratic Socialists of America are advocating for the town halls. It comes after commissioners approved a $28 million settlement with Sean Williams' alleged rape victims while insisting in statements that the allegations of the lawsuit were unfounded.
That's a large amount of money to give out while the city simultaneously says that nothing was done incorrectly. It's hard for me to square that.
Commissioners included a public hearing at the last commission meeting, but group member Luke Gramath says the format wasn't ideal because commissioners couldn't answer questions. Gramath says they are now in talks with city manager Kathy Ball and Mayor John Hunter about hosting town halls. But he's not all in on an idea he says they proposed, a trial run with just 25 people so they can get an idea of what questions the city can't answer.
I don't find that a particularly convincing argument. I think personally we should just go directly to a larger town hall, but if that's what it takes to get them to a position where they feel they can engage with the community and start this dialogue, then I guess that's the path that we'll have to take.
Mayor John Hunter was not available for an interview for this story, but agreed to sit down with me Wednesday. At the public hearing last week, Hunter read from written remarks, explaining the city is under a gag order amid multiple lawsuits. He said city leaders approved the settlement for fear police department failures outlined in a 2022 third-party investigation could be enough to lose the suit, even though the city denies allegations of corruption and bribery. The call for town halls and a protest this weekend come after a more than 10,000-word New Yorker article detailing allegations against Johnson City Police. The city and former police chief Carl Turner are now responding to that article in a court filing in a separate lawsuit by a former federal prosecutor. The filing calls the article skewed and biased, pointing out the former prosecutor and Sean Williams himself are key sources for many of the article's claims. In Johnson City, Caleb Perney, News 5, WCYB.